century at 14, and taxes too. The truth behind Vaibhav Suryavanshi's multi-crore earnings. This is the story of a young player who, at just 14 years of age, has achieved what many only dream of for decades, an explosive century in the IPL, earning crores, and now filing income tax returns. Yes, at an age when most kids are busy with homework and school bags, children like Vaibhav Suryavanshi are earning crores and even paying taxes to the government. But wait, can a 14-year-old really pay taxes? Are there separate rules for minors under the Income Tax Act? And if he does pay taxes, how much actually goes into the government's account? In today's exciting video, we'll reveal Vaibhav Suryavanshi's tax journey, his IPL contract details, and all the rules that apply to a minor millionaire. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you get updates on all our latest videos first. So let's dive into today's discussion without any delay. On Monday evening, when a young Rajasthan Royals player swung his bat on the IPL field, the thousands of spectators in the stadium held their breath. Standing there was 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi, a name that, until a few days ago, was unknown to cricket fans. But that evening, when he smashed the second fastest century in IPL history in just 37 balls, the entire nation was stunned. It was only his third match, and that too in a world-class tournament like the IPL. Though Vaibhav Suryavanshi is young, his confidence and strike rate left even the veterans behind. What's even more astonishing is that Rajasthan Royals signed him when he was just 13 years old. They picked him up at 4 times his base price. Many people found this decision unusual. Critics even said, letting such a young child play in a major league is a rushed decision. But that same child has now become the biggest sensation of IPL 2025. While Vaibhav Suryavanshi's explosive batting dominated social media, another question emerged in everyone's minds: does a minor player like Vaibhav have to pay income tax? And if yes, what does the Indian tax system say about this? Under the Income Tax Act in India, any individual whose income exceeds the taxable limit is required to pay tax, regardless of whether they are an adult or a minor. However, there are certain special provisions for minors. Vaibhav Suryavanshi's case falls precisely into this category because his income is considered earned income, that is, income generated through a person's own effort, talent, or skill. This category includes earnings from activities like sports, acting, writing, or music. And since Vaibhav has earned this income through his cricketing skills, his earnings will not be clubbed with his parents' income. Instead, he will be taxed separately. This provision comes under Section 64, 1A of the Income Tax Act, which states that if a minor earns income through personal talent, they are liable to pay tax on it independently. In such a case, Vaibhav will have to file his own income tax return, and his guardian will submit the form as a representative assessee. Now let's talk about the amount. Vaibhav Suryavanshi received a contract worth 1.1 crore rupees from Rajasthan Royals. This amount is his fee for the IPL season. And since this figure is well above the taxable threshold, Vaibhav will be subject to tax as per India's income tax slabs. According to current rules, if a person earns more than 10 lakh rupees annually, a 30% tax rate applies. By that logic, Vaibhav Suryavanshi will have to pay approximately 30% tax on 1.10 crore rupees, which comes to around 33 lakh rupees. This means he'll be left with nearly 77 lakh rupees in hand. For a 14-year-old cricketer, this is not only a massive earning, but also proof that talent and hard work are now being fairly rewarded, even at such a young age. But the tax story doesn't end there. If money is deposited in a bank under Vaibhav Suryavanshi's name, or any investment is made in his name that earns interest or dividends, that would be considered unearned income. In such cases, the income tax rules differ slightly. Unearned income refers to earnings that don't come from a child's talent or personal effort, but rather from investments or savings. This type of income is generally added to the parent's total income and taxed accordingly. However, under Section 10(32) of the Income Tax Act, parents can claim a tax exemption of up to 1,500 rupees annually per child for such income. But if a minor's total income, including unearned income, exceeds the total income of the parents, then the minor's income will be taxed separately. In other words, if Vaibhav's earnings surpass those of his parents, which is quite possible in this case, then his entire income, whether earned or unearned, will be considered taxable in his own name. Now let's talk about the process of filing income tax returns. As mentioned earlier, if a minor earns a significant amount through earned income, they are required to file a separate income tax return (ITR) form. In this process, either the mother or father must act as the representative assessee and file the return on the child's behalf. However, this doesn't mean that Vaibhav Suryavanshi should fear taxes or see them as a burden. In fact, the entire process highlights how India's tax system now respects and recognizes talent and young achievers. Vaibhav paying taxes is not just a mark of his success, it also signifies that he has become an active contributor to the country's economy. The most inspiring part of this story is that Vaibhav Suryavanshi was born into a simple middle-class family. Hailing from a small town in Bihar, this young boy is now not only earning crores but has also become a role model for millions of young Indians. And this proves that real stardom isn't just what the cameras show. It's also seen on balance sheets, where taxes are being paid. Vaibhav Suryavanshi's story is a lesson for every parent who underestimates their child's dreams, an inspiration for every coach who trains kids in small towns to hold a cricket bat, and a shining example for every youth who wonders if a big dream can be pursued at a young age. Now just think, if Vaibhav can become a millionaire and pay taxes at the age of 14, then what are we doing? Have we directed our talent the right way? Are we able to turn our passion into income? And most importantly, are we learning anything from kids like Vaibhav? This story doesn't end here because Vaibhav Suryavanshi's cricket career has only just begun. Today, he's paying taxes. Tomorrow, he might start a company, build schools with his earnings, construct stadiums, or even nurture and train the next generation of Vaibhav Suryavanshis. That's the true beauty of this story, where at the age of 14, it's not just sixes being hit on the field, but financial responsibilities are being taken on too.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.